morning. This is Mark Stepan Debera Zeleny, and I'm here inside of my kitchen for a great important message. That message is built on years and years of focus, years and years of training, and years of having coaches, parents, teachers, professional athlete development leaders, politicians, business people, all being a part of my collective reality. And that means there may be some good amongst the very bad or bad amongst the very good. The point of the matter is there's always a choice to be made. And my choice today, on the 22nd of May, and May is M for Madrid, A for Alpha, Y for yes, and that's three. Three is Trinity and a belief in my tongue, meaning I'm speaking, my brain and my heart. That's the three to create strong temple. My belief in speaking forward on this morning on a Sunday is for one thing. It's not to talk about how important healthy daily habit or routine is. It is not to discuss how government needs to implement time, resource, and real opportunity for everybody to have preventative health. It is not for the partnership and collaboration between big business and government to have living wages that affords the person, the individual, and or the collective team to have what they need inside of real revenue. It is not that, and it is not the fact that the individual must choose a healthy habit and a routine to be healthy. It is none of those things. Today, this morning at 6:54, that is even left, even right, and prime center. And 6 and 4 is 10. 10 is prime, 1 to the left side, nothing to the right. 5 is Olympic in the sense that my 2 feet grounded to the ground and my shoulders and my chin create my Olympic being. It is not about that either. It is about sending a happy belated birthday YouTube wish to my one and only princess of now 9 years plus, Ms. Zaranika Tanefi. And I was very fortunate to have met her in the first place on my home address of La Rose Avenue and Royal York, where she and I spent countless times getting to know each other. The realities of our life is based not only on our own will and our own ambition to do our goals. Our life, like anybody else's life, is built around community, and it's built around government, and it's built around nations. And the will of me or her is never at a lacking. We've shown plenty of will, and we continue to do so. And today's message is to highlight and to lead on what important things I've learned from my experience with Ms. Zaranika Tanefi, my princess, my shining star, my shooting star. And it's the importance of speaking up and speaking out on what I've learned from her too, because I've learned quite a lot. Let's start first of all with the importance of politics. And now clearly myself and everyone has always had politics, but the great-granddaughter of a prime minister of Kortra has taught me that you must speak on what it is that your politics is in the moment, not just what you've thought of to plan and to lead and table, but your daily politics, not to wait, not to hesitate, which is a great thing inside of communication and basketball. I know this for sure. But even more so when one is leading their business day to speak up, speak out, and that is a very good point. Secondly, another great lesson from 400 years of teaching inside of Eastern Europe. The Tanefis and other family members have, through Zaranika, taught me the importance of family above all else. Now, I've always realized how important my family is, but I have yet to see one person in my lifetime spend so much inertia, so much love, so much time, zest, zeal, and love for their family member or family members in multitude of messages. Now, to me, like anybody else, everybody has their own experience. Everybody has their own way of expressing their love. Everybody has their own ways of relaying and communicating their love. However, I have yet to see the example of the millions, and it could be deemed as a Guinness Book of World Records amount of messages my partner leaves for her family on an everyday basis, whether it's a voicemail and or a text and or a social media post. That's pretty phenomenal if you think about it. Now, if you realize that business is the following through on an action, my partner's business was always to love her family more than anybody else that I've ever seen. So in that way, she succeeded. She succeeded on every day because the love that she has for her father, her mother, her brother, and her extended family is something that is to be commended. It's commendable. And today I am recognizing that amazingness. In 44 years, and now with me of 9, that means 9 divide or subtract from 44 is 33. So from 33 onwards, that has been a lot of time to get to know not only Zaranika, but who her family was, to have positively and negatively impacted her life. And what you have to take away in life is that the negative and the positive, just like the force, the good and the bad can outweigh each other and maybe pull the force to the more dark side of the force, or the choice to move away from the dark side and into the light, to lead with strength, to lead with resilience. And what I've learned is that you have to listen to your genetic predisposition. You have to listen to your environment because that's what you know. But at the same time, when you enter into the community and you're with others, now it's a mixing of who your family, your DNA, your specific genome code, your environment is with others, and how does that react? It's like going into a kitchen and having Gordon Ramsay, Chef Curtis Stone, Chef Oliver Bonacini, the Bonacini Group. Maybe there's Michael Smith, are all having their different ways of doing it, but somehow they figure it out. And that's what I mean by community balancing. It's not our differences that make it so that one path or one way is done. It is in our differences that the exciting nature and business can be found. That's the point. And with the big differences that Zarnika's Tanefi's family, her upbringing, her way of looking at life, it's made for quite an eye-opening experience. And that's the point also. And that's why diversity is our strength. And one of my partner's great videos reminded me of what I've realized as being a Torontonian, proud, born and raised inside of the Big Smoke TO, the T.O. dot. There is no other T.O. dot. The Cardinal Official home, the home of Drake, top influential hip-hop artist of our time. The home to John Tory, the mayor, inside of the legal team and inside of Osgoode Hall, the legalities of Osgoode Hall that ties into UFT, University of Toronto, where my partner and I first met on a chance occasion when I was going to a physiology tutorial class and she was delivering very important files back in 2000. 21 years later, here we are with our ambitions to do what we set out to do. I, as a self elected health ambassador, she, as a global Fulbright international leader, what she's coached online, what she's done online, and what she still has to do inside of her goals to open up her own international Fulbright student bodied location. And she's been working tirelessly to find that. Her also goal of building Snow Angels Hospital with inside of a fashion district that she's determined as her goal and big adventure and big venture capitalist idea that she's going to need a lot of inertia, because building a city with her prime projects of large scale is going to take a lot of financial inertia. A city is not an inexpensive thing to put together. Secondly, her very important business of retail and her ideas to have her retail unlike any other retail experience anywhere. And what is that specifically? Well, she's told me, I don't want to give away too much, but I'll say that it's an environmental, very smart way of building retail amongst living. And with those important leads, in addition to build, of course, my partner, like I, love film. We love the dramatic entertainment. We ourselves are very dramatic at times. We're extroverted. I'm a Leo and I'm extroverted. She is a Taurus, and you better believe we clash sometimes. But inside of Ask De Niro, ask Morgan Freeman, ask Samuel L. Jackson, ask any actor, anywhere, anytime, they'll tell you that conflict is sometimes the basis to excellent filmmaking. Even take a look inside of sport, how the conflict of a rivalry will make for a more exciting sports match. The points are points. And today, my synapsing is so much greater than it usually is because I've been really working hard every day to elevate my spine, to work on my mental attrition, and all those things that make me and my business sing volumes. My partner has been having a little bit of a thing with her health. I've been making mention on recommendations. She has to, as an adult, make her decisions. And in the short term, she's starting to listen to her body. She's resting more, which is good. And being a kinesiologist, as a self-elected health ambassador, I can tell you this: when you listen to your body, whether it's more rest or eating more calories or eating more specific nutrients that are really healthy for you and your specific goals, whether it is to put on mass or whether it is to have more lean muscle, all these important things need to be considered. And if you don't rest adequately, the muscles aren't having the time in which to regrow. So today also I wanted to make mention on the importance of a 44th birthday of my partner. 4 is even, united, left, and right for the Albanian double-headed eagle. When you think of balance in a championship sports to life way, and you think of even politics, you have the left side and the right side. The eagle, double-headed eagle, that is the symbol for on the Albanian flag, is not just the only eagle that exists. I've posted a lot about the importance of Eastern Europe's roots to legacy, to royalty, to sovereignty, to the protection of one's nation and the coat of arms. And the eagle inside of the USA is undoubtable. If you've ever seen an eagle's wingspan, you would know that, like Michael Jordan or any great athlete, the way you can reach out, reach towards the basket, is a very important point to be able to separate one's from one's competition. So The way I see it is my partner's 44th birthday is a great time to realize how she has done so much with inside of her recognizable career in 21 years as being a double citizen, a dual citizen, with her roots born, bred, raised proudly by her family inside of Pristina, to entering into the country in 1999 and pursuing immediately work and working for a bakery, working for the University of Toronto, working for multiple dental clinics as a dental assistant over a series of years because of her dental assistant diploma. And then she found it more important to further her education after having worked for Philip Zepter overseas, one of the top companies that sells everything you can imagine all over the world. And they're now in multiple countries. We're not talking just in 5 countries, 10. They're in more than, I think it's 30, 40 countries. This is a big deal. The other thing that needs to be made mention of is when she came here, that third very important. So, biology, important degree. Yes, check. Science is important. The graduation from high school to learn more and have a platform for success, just like in sport, you get involved in a house league or rep league to pursue an athletic development program and or potentially get involved in something that is a very sport specific camp and getting into a full scholarship scenario with inside one's college or university. These are all important step methods to get your goals to where you need them to be. So, my partner's recognition from me today for her 44th birthday is that her third goal was to get into HR work from George Brown College. And when she graduated, I'm sure she was on top of her class because I know the enthusiasm that she has for HR. And when you have passion, enthusiasm, you can have results. You can have those realized important steps taken to not only learn inside and get good grades, but then apply it to your life, apply it to your family, apply it to your business, and apply it to your job and or leadership in creating your own business. So, congratulations, recognition to you, Princess Zaranika Tanefi, to everything that you have accomplished with inside of your 44 years. Incredible accomplishments. And I know there is many more accomplishments on the way. So, if I'm thinking with my right strong guard on the right side or my left powerful resilient thinking on the left, I am balancing my business and my goals to move forward inside of my goal acquisition. Or it's very much an important thing when you're in high level sport is to keep your balance as you test your body's will, test your body's ability to be with more endurance, more strength, more flexibility, more power, whatever those goals are, the balancing is important. So, today, on the 22nd, as I am facing east, now I'm facing south, now I'm facing west, now I'm facing north. No matter what the direction I'm facing in, my direction to my business needs to be focused on a very healthy habit to get to that next level. So if you can take a look at how I'm standing here in the kitchen, you'll see that my neck is elevated, my shoulders retracted. I've made some important filtered boiled water here on top of what is already an excellent thing inside of Canada and all cities, which is very sophisticated filtration. But I also do it for my purposeful habit of realizing the importance of installing an environmental filter to my business. This is another thing that separates the what I would call businesses that are like a triathlon, like a biathlon. The biathlete and the triathlete can continue to persevere at a high level, a mountain climber. This is the way I view my own training, and everybody inside of training will have their own goals, and that's important. My goal is to continue to impress upon the importance of daily healthy functional training as well as heart training, mind strengthening training, and also sport specific training. However, you may meet somebody somewhere at some point and they're wanting to be a bigger, better wrestler. How do you lift somebody over your head again and again and again? How do you get it to the point where you can withstand physical bodies, shots again and again? Now, as choreographed as wrestling is, there is a lot of reality being slammed into a turnbuckle or a steel chair or a desk or onto the concrete floor. All these things, these are real things that happen inside of wrestling. So how does one get stronger and more resilient and prevent injury potentially? How does one do that? And that's what I'm all very much interested in. And inside of every individual sport, there are ways to prevent injury. I myself have been very lucky. If you could take a look at me, my spinal angle is not only going to relay the message of how hard I've worked to gain spinal strengthening, but it also should tell you that my spine has never undergone a very serious injury where others may have. But guess what? The good news is that even with a spinal injury, there is technology innovation nowadays that can make it so that your spine is able to be fully rehabilitated with technology. And also, those that are born, a lot of people I knew growing up had either because they were growing too fast and or they were born with a congenital spinal abnormality, they had the need for some sort of recorrective surgery. And they did it, and they did the therapy, and they became chiropractors. They moved on to other things. But they themselves have succeeded because of technology, because of their own willpower and the will to do something with inside of their day-to-day training. I could talk for a long time on what I'm passionate about, there's no doubt about it, but today I wanted to say to my partner of 9 years, happy birthday, Zaranika Tanefi. Happy birthday to you and to your fans and to your family that couldn't be with you because of COVID. Happy birthday to the shining shooting star who always proved how important it is to speak up, speak out, and be yourself and cheer yourself on, and also cheer alongside of your family. Happy birthday to the pioneer teaching family, the Tanefis. Happy birthday to you and the recognition I know you are well deserved of inside of the Canadian government here, how you've been looking to cheer on the importance of international studies. Happy birthday to you, Zaranika Tanefi, for your relentless texting and relentless messaging on the importance of education, the importance of family, the importance of health. Like me, you have a very important upbringing inside of being in a teacher's family. And not just one teacher, you have multiple generations of teachers, pioneers of teaching, just like the pioneers that came in to North America and settled the land and having the historical relevance of what they did to present day and why North America is one of the best places to live in the world, undoubtedly for many reasons. People from all over the world travel and come in to live inside of the United States and Canada for those reasons on the important values, principles, and the important educational opportunity that exists in North America. And today, on the 22nd, even left, even right. This is my even message on a Sunday, and it is May. And the Trinity belief that I have in my own temple is allows me to stand here with my education in the moment, balanced, centered, to speak appropriately, respectfully, with humble, and also with pride to the very important my own business lead, but also very much so for recognizing Zaranika Tanefi in her 9 years of being with me, but also her 21 years in the making of being an incredible, super shining star of teaching, HR, dental assisting, and overall incredible person that if you missed the time to get to know her, you would have missed out in one of the biggest, most awesome things in life. There's rarely a person like a Zaranika Tanefi. I've met a lot of people as a personal trainer. So remember, you can not choose your family members because you're born into it. You can maybe not even choose who you work with because you need to work. You may be able to choose your business partners, but sometimes you can't. But you can definitely choose who you want to live with and who you want to grow with. So, on that note, happy 44th birthday to Princess Zaranika Tanefi, great granddaughter to the Prime Minister of Korcha, daughter to Victor Tanefi, daughter to Shpresa Tanefi, sister to Alfred Tanefi, and shining superstar businesswoman, business mogul to building an empire city of the most environmentally, most incredible new city development yet to be seen on the planet Earth. And all your other ambitions, Zaranika Tanefi, I know you will accomplish it. And this video is just a tiny capsule from one moment of another moment of all the very great moments I've had with you. Love you.